It's the beginning of the last quote-unquote workday of a long week. Woo! You're exhausted, tired, worn out from being intentional and wringing every last drop of productivity out of the week. Or so I hope so. Maybe you're thinking, I cannot wait for the weekend and TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Stop. Don't do that. It's time to finish strong. Get your mind right and finish. It's not about how you start the week, the month, or the year. True top performers know how to finish. So listen. Listen to this short clip and get your headspace leveled up and go finish strong. This is Finish Strong Fridays. The code. Without an objective, the objective will not be reached. Without a goal, the goal will not be achieved. Without a standard, the standard will not be met. Without a mission, the mission cannot be accomplished. Without an ideal, the ideal will never be realized. Without a clear path, the path cannot be followed. Yet, we as human beings often go through life without any of these. And so we wander. We wander aimlessly, moving throughout and without making progress. Days, months, and years pass us by. Time is wasted, which means life is wasted, and potential is wasted. Our own potential is squandered, meandering through life instead of becoming who we could be, instead of attaining our highest possible manifestation of being. We simply become whatever we become. We fall short. In so many ways, we fall short. But this need not be our fate. We can prevail our mediocrity. We do that by chasing the ideal, our ideal, an ideal that we must define, an ideal that we must codify in no uncertain terms so we know what we are striving for. We must have a code to follow. That is out of the code, the evaluation, the protocols from Jocko Willink. I thought that was so beautifully written that I just really had to share that. So what is your code? It kind of reminds me a little bit about watching Dexter, the TV show on Netflix. My wife loves that show. And yeah, Dexter is a murderer. He kills people. But he has a code that he lives by. And, I can respect the code. I don't respect that obviously he's a murderer and he kills people no matter what. But he does have a code. And the code is very interesting. It's an interesting concept to think about. Because without an objective, it will not be reached. Without a goal, it will not be achieved. Without a standard, that standard will not be met. Without a mission, it will not be accomplished. Without an ideal, that will not be realized. Without a path, nothing will be followed. And so we meander. So what is the code? What is your code? I use my analogy of a bar stool. A bar stool has 3 or 4 legs, usually 4 if you're as big as I am. And so what are those 4 things that you sit on a regular basis that give you a good foundation? Mine are my faith, my family, my fitness, and focusing on my future. That is the filter that I put everything through. And so what is the code that Jocko Willink is prescribing to folks? Let's dive in. Number 1, I will take care of my physical health by exercising, by eating properly and getting the rest that I need to recover and rebuild. I will take care of my physical surroundings, keeping them in order. Number 2, I will develop myself mentally by reading, writing, drawing, building, creating, and engaging in other activities that sharpen and expand my mind. Number 3, I will not waste time. Time is precious. Number 4, I will not waste money, and I will make prudent financial decisions. Money is hard to earn. Number 5, I will set goals that I will strive towards. 6, I will excel in my job because work is integral to life. 7, I will be humble and not allow my ego to negatively impact my decisions. 8, I will control my emotions and not allow my emotions to negatively impact my decisions. 9, I will put others before myself. I will help other people and protect those that cannot protect themselves. I will take care of my friends and my family and treat other people with respect. 10, I will be ready to protect my friends and family. My gear will be ready. I will train and prepare to defend myself and others. This code is not perfectly suited to everyone, but it is not unalterable. You can modify it if needed, customize it for you and your life. While it isn't perfect, it is a good place to start. While we may never be able to live up to this code, we will be better for having tried. We will get stronger, smarter, faster. We will build a better career. We will be better mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, daughters, and sons. We will be healthier. Our lives will be better, and we will make the lives of those around us better. No, very interesting. Those concepts that he mentions as the code, right? It's very similar to what I focus on with my faith. He doesn't have anything in here around faith. However, he does have health. Number 1 is health. Number 8 is mental health. So that's fitness. Future. He talks about goals. I will not waste time. I will develop myself. Family. I will put others before myself. I will help other people. So today, what I would like for you to think about in your life is, what is your code? What do you live by? What are the most valuable priorities in your life? What are your non-negotiables? Things that no matter what are unshakable in your life. What, in my barstool analogy, are your 4 legs? And are you standing on 1 leg, 2 legs, or all 4? Because the code is very interesting in the sense that you have to focus on the full code. You do not want to be someone who is so focused on their future that their faith, their family, and their fitness falter. You have to figure out a code that is sustainable for you. Sustainable in the sense that you can continue to do what you need to do on a regular basis and it fulfills you. Like Jocko says, it is not unalterable. I butchered that the first time I tried to say that. Unalterable. But you have to figure out what that code is. You can't figure it out if you don't have one. So think about that. A lot of people say this is virtues or values or priorities. I like the mantra of a code. What is your code? What do you value? What are you made of? What makes you who you are? What are you focusing on? What are your intentions? What's the outcome? What's the desired outcome? Don't look at your past as a marker. Look to the future, who you want to be. Think about the code that those types of people have, and then you start using that as your code. Engage with this. Think about this. Use this in your Renaissance time. Focus on drafting, redrafting, and living out your code, and you will be better for it. Hey compressors, if something you heard struck you, made you feel a little bit uncomfortable, good. Head on over to compressionpodcast.com. And then you can also subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts at. If you feel inclined to, please leave us a review. It's obviously helpful. But Instead, I'm going to call you out today. I'm going to call you out and make sure that you do your part, sharing this message by sharing it with one person that might need to hear what we talked about today. Be great. Nothing else pays.